What's up, everybody? So today I'm going to be showing you how to take a motion sensor and use it to trigger your Halloween props. I do want to start off by saying that we're working with electricity, so just be careful. Let's get in the parts list. So the first thing you're going to be needing is your motion sensor, and you can use pretty much any motion sensor, even the one with the lights. You just have to remove it from the fixture first. I found this replacement motion sensor at Home Depot, and it was like 25 bucks. It was pretty much the same price as all the other ones, and it has a 270-degree range of detection, which I thought was pretty cool. Next thing you'll need is a gang box, and it's basically just a weatherproof electrical box housing, and you want the one with 3 holes. It'll have one hole here, one hole here, and one hole here. I accidentally got the wrong one, but that's not really a problem. Then you're going to need these clamp connectors, and they're just going to screw in the holes of the gang box, and they're just going to hold your wires in place. Then you'll need this blank cover. Looks like that, and this is just a weatherproof seal cover for the back of your gang box, and make sure you get the one that has this weatherproof sealing. Then you're going to need some wire connectors, and they're just going to hold all your wires together. Then you're going to need some kind of sacrificial extension cord. If you have an old extension cord laying around, cool. Go to garage sales, look at Goodwill, things like that. Otherwise, I found this one at Ace Hardware. It was like $5.50, so that's not so bad. I believe everything here costs, it's going to be less than $40 to have a motion sensor for my Halloween prop, so I think that's okay. So let's just get in the build here. Well, then you're obviously going to need a little bit of tools here. I got a couple screwdrivers, I got some tin snips to cut my wires, and then I have some wire cutters, or wire strippers. So let's go ahead and grab our motion sensor, take it out of the box here, and make sure when you do have this that you have it set to test over here, and make sure you do have one that does have test. If it doesn't have test, then you probably don't want it, just depending on what you're using it for. But test is going to be like 4 seconds, and then maybe you could even use a minute depending on what your prop is. But let's go ahead and start off by unscrewing this little nut doohickey here. Let's take our gang box, and let's run the wires right through the middle and screw it in place. Alright, and then take that doohickey again, the little nut, and just hand screw it in. So it's kind of like that. Alright, now let's grab a couple of these clamp connectors. They just look like this, and they have little nut deals on them. We don't need them either. Let's just get rid of them. And we're going to take one and screw it on each side of our gang box. Alright, let's set this aside now. Grab our extension cord here, and then we're going to cut it to wherever you want it. Let's say I'm going to cut mine right in the middle, so I'm not wasting any wire. But for instance, you know, you could cut it maybe right here and not have so much wires later on, and only have that much running out of each side, and then just run extension cords later. But I don't want to waste any wire, so I'm going to take mine and cut it right in the middle. Alright, and then now we just need to strip these wires down. And just make sure you didn't cut through any of the wires here. And let's strip this. Alright, we got our wires stripped here. going to take my male end, unscrew this, and then we're going to take the male end. I'm running the male end through the right side, and then we'll take the female end and run it through the left side. Pull some wire up to work with. And so now it looks like this. So you've got your male wires over here, your sensor wires right here, and the female extension cord wires right here. Now we're going to grab our wire connectors. I'm going to start off by taking all of the green wires and attaching the green wires together. And then putting a wire nut over it. There we go. Now we're going to take one wire from the male extension cord, one wire from the female extension cord, and hook it up to the white wire coming off of the sensor. And since this case we have white, black, and green wires, we're just going to take a white, and we're going to take white, and we're going to run it to white. Followed up by a wire connector. Okay, now we're going to take the final remaining wire on the male extension cord and connect it to the black wire coming off of the sensor. I'll put a wire connector on that. And finally, we're going to take the last wire from the female extension cord and connect it to the red wire from the sensor. And follow it up by a wire connector. And that is it, right there. Everything looks good. Double check to make sure you don't have you didn't accidentally cut into any of these wires. You don't want any wires to be exposed and touching one another, and it looks like it's all fine. Now we're going to put these, pull on your extension cords here just a little bit. Get to the right length that you want inside, and tighten up your clamp connector. And same thing on the other side. Alright, now we just need to put our wires back in here. We need to take our blank cover and the screws that came with it. And like I said, make sure you have this weatherproof housing on here, or this weatherproof seal. Get your screws and install the cover. Make sure you have that seal lined up right. Okay, and there we have that. And then since I have got the wrong gang box, I will take the plug that came with it. I will screw this in here. Alright, and this is our finished sensor. Let's plug this in, and as long as we did everything right, it should be working just fine. I obviously want to make sure there's no weird smell or smoke coming from it, but I'm going to have this clamp light here that I will plug in. Let's see if it's on. Let's plug this in here. Let's make sure our sensor is set. I'm going to turn down the range some. sure it's on test. Alright, sorry about that. When I was testing, I couldn't get the light to go off, and that's just because the 270 degrees of detection was just way too much. Even with the detection on here turned all the way down, it was just picking up everything, and the light just would not shut off. So I just took some cardboard for now and taped it over here on each side of it to lower this. And now if I bring the light in and I wave my hand in front of it, you can see that it turns on. I'll probably just go ahead and cover this in duct tape or something instead of cardboard like this, but you can see, here you go. It's working for you. If you guys have any questions, leave them down below. If this helps you out, subscribe, give me a thumbs up. See you guys later.